Bruce Springsteen kicked off the Land of Hope and Dreams tour in Minneapolis with a marathon set and Tom Morello on guitar. Ruby News has the latest across pop, rock, and Eurovision. Drake follows with a new album and a streaming record. Jennie reaches a solo Hot 100 Top 10, and Eurovision heads to Vienna. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band opened the 2026 Land of Hope and Dreams tour at Minneapolis' Target Center with a 3-hour show built around politics as much as music. Springsteen said the night was in defense of American ideals, democracy, the Constitution, and the American promise. He called for hope over fear and resistance over complacency. He also described the current administration as corrupt, incompetent, racist, reckless, and treasonous. Musically, the set moved through War, Streets of Minneapolis, My City of Ruins, and Land of Hope and Dreams. Tom Morello joined on guitar for War, then came back later for American Skin and the Purple Rain encore. Springsteen even led the crowd in Ice Out Now! He closed the night with Born to Run, Bobby Jean, Dancing in the Dark, and 10th Avenue Freeze Out. Harry Styles opened the Together Together tour at Amsterdam's Johan Cruyff Arena on May 16th, and the opening night verdict is simple. The show was a big success. The Amsterdam set ran 2 hours and featured 21 songs, with Styles mixing new material and older favorites. Coverage says the new songs sounded even bigger live, backed by a band that grew to about 18 musicians at times. The group even played in the middle of the walkway for 15 minutes halfway through the show. One reworked version of Kiss All the Time briefly folded in Underworld's Born Slippy. Styles also kept the crowd close, asking, "Teresa's mom? Are you here?" as he helped one fan look for her mother. He then led a birthday sing-along for Jana. Drake surprised fans on May 15th, 2026, by dropping Habibti as one of 3 albums released that day. Billboard calls it his first solo, full-length project focused on R&B and ranked all 11 tracks to highlight the album's sound. Habibti features Sexy Red, Low Shimmy, Kendresa, and Party Next Door. The record leans into Drake's R&B side, with a smoother, more melodic approach. One standout is Classic, which the ranking described as a fully old-school R&B cut. Drake stays in the spotlight with a streaming milestone tied to the same release run. Spotify said on May 15th that Drake became its most streamed artist of 2026 in a single day. The platform also said Iceman became the most streamed album of 2026 in a single day, and Make Them Cry became the most streamed song in a single day in 2026 so far. The record came as Drake dropped 3 albums early Friday: Iceman, Maid of Honor, and Habibti. It was his first new solo project since 2023. Jennie's Dracula has reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100, giving her her first solo top 10 hit. That makes Jennie the second Blackpink member to do it on her own, after Rose. Rose previously hit number 3 with APT, featuring Bruno Mars. Blackpink itself still hasn't reached the Hot 100 top 10 as a group, with Ice Cream peaking at number 13. Now, the group joins one of only a handful of acts with multiple female members who have reached that level as soloists. A strong opening block, and the pace stays high from here. Look, Mom No Computer, also known as Sam Battle, is representing the UK at Eurovision 2026 in Vienna with the song Eins, Zwei, Drei. He says he's focusing on the job, practicing every day, and building stamina. He says he's used to being the underdog. The bookies have him at 80-1, and the UK is still chasing its first Eurovision win since 1997. His staging is eccentric and office-themed, and Battle says he's going as the artist, leaving the BBC to make the participation call, while he focuses on the music and on keeping Europe together and happy. Delta Goodrem represented Australia at Eurovision 2026 in Vienna with her song Eclipse. The established Australian pop artist, known for Neighbours and her breakthrough album Innocent Eyes, took the stage with a power ballad she says is about those rare moments when love, timing, and connection all line up. She was among the favorites after getting one of the biggest cheers in the semi-final. Goodrem said representing Australia on the Eurovision stage has been unforgettable. She ultimately finished 4th with Eclipse. The Eurovision Song Contest reaches its 70th grand final in Vienna in 2026, and the milestone is also a reminder that winning the contest does not guarantee what comes next. Eurovision's past winners have often struggled to turn one-night success into a lasting follow-up run, and a second win is still elusive and rare. That question hangs over Vienna as the competition builds toward the final. The 70th edition is framed not just as a celebration, but as another test of how hard it is to repeat Eurovision success. The contest focus gives way to a heavier live set from Lorna Shore. Lorna Shore's sonic temple set is being seen as proof that the band can handle bigger stages and major events. In their hour-long slot, they packed a lot into just 7 songs. The performance also included a guest spot from Tom Barber of Chelsea Grin during Sun Eater, where he traded vocals with Will Ramos. The set featured Glenwood 2, which the piece calls a colossal tune and possibly deathcore's first arena-sized anthem. Sonic Temple had already booked Lorna Shore in a headline position alongside Slaughter to Prevail on the dual Citadel and Sanctuary stages. Christopher Cross is touring Ireland in late May 2026, with dates in Dublin, Belfast, Castlebar, and Killarney. The singer behind Sailing, Ride the Wind, and Arthur's Theme is being profiled again for the catalog that defined his career, and for the yacht rock label he says was never literal, because he never owned a yacht. He says the moniker has given him and others a big boost, especially with younger listeners. Cross also won 4 Grammys in 1981, and Arthur's Theme earned him an Oscar. After getting COVID in April 2020 and being diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, he was temporarily paralyzed before recovering enough to walk again and return to performing. Evanescence have premiered a new music video for Who Will You Follow? Jensen Noen directed the visual, and the track is part of the rollout for the band's upcoming album, Sanctuary. The song first arrived in April, along with that album announcement, and Sanctuary is set for release on June 5, 2026, through BMG. Dani Rose's song What You Don't Know was featured in the May 15th debut of Dutton Ranch on Paramount+. That placement adds to an earlier run of Sheridan-linked credits, with Rose's songs already heard in Yellowstone and Landman. Rose is a country singer and Nashville songwriter who moved from Virginia to Tokyo as a child, then later went from Los Angeles to Nashville in 2024. Her song Got It From My Mama also became a social media hit and reached number 2 on the US TikTok charts. We stay with Drake for one more note, this time on a new track and a familiar name. Drake has interpolated Lykke Lee's I Follow Rivers on the Iceman track, Janice STFU. Lee says the song has had so many lives and different versions that it has a life of its own. She learned about the new use in a text from co-writer Rick Noels and then in an email. It's not the first time Drake has drawn from her music either. In 2009, his So Far Gone mixtape used the beat from Little Bit after a 2008 request to sample it. I Follow Rivers later got another boost from a popular dance remix by The Magician, and it remains Lee's biggest hit. That closes out the current releases and quick hit updates. Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley were married for a brief time from 1994 to 1996. Their relationship drew a lot of public attention, bringing together 2 major music figures in an unexpected pairing. Looking back, it remains one of pop culture's strangest celebrity marriages. That's Ruby News for today. Thanks for watching.